Leo, what's up? How's it going? Okay, let's play some cards, shall we? Let's pull some cards. I'm gonna do a spread now for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and I'm going to start with these very cool angel fairy tarot cards. This is gonna be I'm new to the cards. I used them last night. I'm going to use them again tonight. So we'll get some practice with these fairy tarot cards. They're really shiny and iridescent and pretty colors, and kind of digging them, which is interesting because I don't usually like fairy stuff, but I'm liking these cards a lot. So we're going to start with the fairy cards, and then we'll pull clarifiers as needed. And we'll see what decks call to us, and then we'll pull an overall theme with an oracle card, with a Moonology oracle card. So, Leo, we're going to start with you. We're going to do love, career, and soul, spirit stuff, things that you're focusing on right now, to help you with your ascension. I've already shuffled these cards, but I like to shuffle them a little bit on camera just so you can see I'm not messing around. I've shuffled all the cards, cleared the energy. I'm burning some beautiful frankincense incense. I didn't think that I was going to like it as much as I do, but I really like it. It smells amazing. Okay, so let's start. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to be a little quiet while I pull the cards, so if you want to just fast forward, feel free to. Some people like to watch the pulling of the cards. Other people like to fast forward, do it, whatever you feel like is fine. Okay. Okay, so these cards are so big, it's a little hard to shuffle them, and they're still a little sticky because they're so new, but I think we got it going. Okay, let's see. We've got the Eight of Summer. We've got the Emperor and the Queen of Winter. The Lovers. Two of Spring. Prince of Spring. The Star, very nice. Justice. And the King of Winter. Okay, let's take a look. All right, Leo, so, you know, everybody's kind of in the same theme right now. It seems like this was the same kind of love situation for Scorpio last night, so you may have some Scorpio in your chart, but it looks like you've recently ended a relationship. You've turned away from something that was not fulfilling. And I don't want to say that you're following the rules too much, kind of like trying to act the way that you're supposed to act in whatever situation you find yourself in, but you're definitely constraining yourself and following some kind of a preconceived set of ideas of how you think somebody in your position should behave. It's not going to lead to happiness, okay? It's going to make you kind of bitter, and it's going to make you a little cynical. So I think that, well, we'll pull cards to clarify it a little bit, but why don't we do that now? Let's pull some clarifying cards, shall we? Okay, what's the Eight of Summer about? What did you just leave? It's definitely in the romance situation, so let's see what happened. What happened for Leo recently? Clarify that Eight of Summer for us, please. Eight of Summer is like the Eight of Cups in this deck. All right, Leo, what happened? Clarify that Eight of Summer for us, please, Spirit. Spirit, what's that Eight of Summer about? Hangman. So something was stagnant. Relationship wasn't moving forward the way you were hoping for. Yeah, Hermit. And let's see what else we got here. The Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands. He's so funny in this deck. He's like, bye. He could be hi, but here he's definitely, bye, see ya. Yeah, something wasn't going the way you wanted it to. There was no movement in your relationship. It made you take the single path, and now you're you know, it's making you own your power, which is great, and that goes along with that Emperor card. But let's pull some clarifiers on the Emperor. It looks like you definitely stood up for yourself and ended a relationship that was no good for you. That just wasn't moving forward. And that's just as bad. I mean, staying stagnant is just as bad as being, you know, even if everything's okay, if it's not moving forward, it's, you know, it's useless. Okay, let's see. Clarify that Emperor, please. The Eight of Cups again. Look at that. Clarify the Emperor, please. Clarify that Emperor. Temperance. One more card, please. Clarify that Emperor, please. What's up with that Emperor? Help us understand that Emperor. What's up with the Emperor? Ten Ten of Wands. Okay, so you were in a situation probably with a very controlling individual. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It could be a woman too, Leo. You could be either, either masculine or feminine. But whatever the situation was, it was stagnant. It wasn't moving forward. This person that you were involved with is very stubborn, unyielding, rigid, and you just put an end to it. Let's get a clarifier on that Queen of Winter. And the Queen of Winter, she's the Queen of Swords in many decks. And as we know, the Queen of Winter is a divorced person usually. So, with that Emperor card and with the Queen of Winter, you could be going through a divorce. Those of you that are married, or if you've been in a long-term relationship, it feels like you were married. It's the same kind of thing. This is a serious breakup. It's a big breakup. Let's get a clarifier on that Queen of Winter. Eight of Discs. Another Queen of Winter. Let's get another clarifier on the Queen of Winter, please. Clarifier on that Queen of Winter, please. Five of Pentacles. So you got the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Let's get one more clarifier on that Queen. One more clarifier. What's with the Queen of Winter? Please clarify that Queen of Winter. Look at that. The Emperor again. Okay. That's just crazy, these cards, the way they repeat for you, huh? Okay, so Spirit's just saying, listen up. Wow, they're definitely trying to get that message across. Okay, so this breakup is pretty intense for you. Now it feels like you're throwing yourself into work, you're setting boundaries, you're feeling a little left out in the cold. But that Eight of Discs, even though it's a work card, it's also really very much a card of setting boundaries, knowing what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and not being afraid to say, hey, you can't cross that line, this isn't working for me. Standing up for yourself, which sometimes when we're in a bad relationship we don't do. So it looks like you have done that. It's sad, you're going through a rough time, you're feeling left out in the cold. This Emperor, this rigid personality is definitely messing with your psyche a little bit. But you're just going to have to take a little bit of time to heal from this relationship. Set your boundaries. Let's see what advice we have. I don't like to pull advice with that deck. Let me pull advice with this deck. Let's see what advice we have in love for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. So for the Leos that I'm reading for right now, I'm sorry you just went through a pretty rough breakup. And this spread is for the next week or two. Okay, what's the advice? What's the advice romantically for Leo right now? What's the advice for Leo romantically? Seven of Swords. Let's see if we have another card. Yep. And Ace of Cups. Okay. So here's your advice, Leo. It's going to be really important for you at this time to not dwell on the negatives. So the Seven of Swords in this deck is a card that talks about a self-perpetuating belief that that not just you, but that we can all put ourselves into, where we say, oh, nothing ever works for me, nothing ever goes right for me, I never get what I want. And if you keep repeating that, then that's what you create for yourself. That's what you manifest for yourself. So right now it's going to be really important that, see, it says futility on this card. It's going to be really important that you banish those kind of thoughts from your head. And that's the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you're going to be in this mind space, this mind space of bitter, a little bit of bitterness and futility, right? So while you're cutting out things that aren't working for you, you're also kind of being woe is me, and it's really important that you not do that, because coming into the scene pretty soon is the Ace of Cups. And that Ace of Cups it could be a new relationship, but it could also just be a new relationship with yourself, a new understanding that you are worthy of good things, and that just because you were in a bad relationship with a person that wasn't good for you, that doesn't mean that you can't have a good relationship in the future. So it's going to be really important that you not dwell on the negatives of the past and kind of let them go, and get out of that Seven of Swords thinking, because the more you perpetuate that belief, the harder it's going to be to break out of it. But you do have the Ace of Cups coming in soon, which is great. So, since we're talking romance, this could be a new relationship coming in for you pretty soon. So you're going to need to keep yourself positive, because nobody likes to hang out with a mopey dopey, right? So keep your thoughts positive. Okay, let's move on to career. So in career, you have the Lovers, the Two of Spring, which is the Two of Wands, and the Prince of Spring, which is the Prince of Wands. So the Lovers, when we're talking in a career situation, can often be, it can be talking about a lot of teamwork, a lot of collaboration, and I kind of feel like that's what we're looking at with this. So whatever work situation you're in, it's definitely with a bunch of people, and it's interesting because the definition I'm new to these cards. The Two of Wands can often be about trying to make a decision or feeling unable to make a decision, but here it says a bright future manifests through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So partnering with others, and that's where I see with that Lovers. So whatever your work situation is, it's going to be really good if you can collaborate with other people creatively. I think that's where you're going to find the most success and the most enjoyment as well. And then you move into this Prince of Wands energy. So in work, Prince of Wands is really great because it's just very energetic. It gives you the ability to like rise to any challenge. You're passionate about what you're doing. It's really great. It's a great card. So I see a lot of collaboration for you with work, and just a lot of getting work done, right? A lot of just putting your nose to the grindstone, and working in partnerships. Yeah, you've got the Four of Wands, clarifying the Lovers. So perhaps you just recently got a new job that's going to put you in working with a lot of new people, or you're going back to work finally after all of this, after all of the fear of, that's devil energy. If you're probably feeling like you were never going to get back to work, but you are. And so, yeah, you've got that King of Wands energy now. This is just like really like magnanimous energy going forwards. Let's get some clarifiers on that Two of Spring. Yeah, the Two of Spring. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever this is, and we've also got a little bit of conflict coming out with the Five of Wands. So, when you're working in a large group, there are disagreements. It's going to be up to you to try to think long term, and if you've got a choice to make, try to make it. Don't make it a rash decision. Make it a decision based on long-term goals. That's going to be your key right now at work. Let's get a clarifier on the Prince of Spring, please. Clarifier on the Prince of Spring. Oops. Yeah, so we got lust there and the Ten of Coins. So if you can keep your temper at bay, the Prince of Wands, he's sometimes a little brash, rash, young, arrogant. If you can keep those tendencies inside of you. And Leo, I know it's hard because Leos always feel like they know everything. Not in a bad way, but Leos are very smart. So Leos are not afraid to, you know, voice their opinions and try to get their way in situations. They like to be heard. I'm not dissing Leos in any way whatsoever, but you know, as opposed to like another person, a weaker personality. So it's interesting, you know, Leo, you've got the Strength card here also, clarifying that fiery Prince of Spring, and the Ten of Coins. So if you can just keep the long-term view in mind, temper the tendencies to maybe act out or to, you know, demand that things be done your ways, try to work in a group, that's going to be really important for you. Try to keep the group aesthetic at the top, at the forefront of your mind, so that when you act from a place of what's best for the group, and what's best for your long-term goal, so that you achieve that long-term goal. Okay, so now for soul, spirit, ascension, we've got the Star, Justice, and the King of Winter. So, you know, the Star, I think, here is talking about you healing from that relationship breakup that was pretty traumatic for you. But, you know, you're on the mend right now, because otherwise you wouldn't get the Star. So there's a lot of hope, a lot of optimism coming in to your aura. You've also got the Justice card. So take comfort in the fact that what's happening was meant to happen. This is part of your journey. This is part of your life path. This is what you're supposed to learn. And take the time to think about what, you know, where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go. Because you've got the King of Winter energy coming into you. So we're going from the Queen of Winter to the King of Winter. So the Queen of Winter, you know, she can be a little too caught up in her mind. The King of Winter takes that cold logic and doesn't internalize it, but externalizes it, uses it for gain. Does a lot of writing, research, communication, and action. Takes clever action. So you're moving out of that kind of stagnant, hanged man, woe is me energy, and you're going to break yourself out of it, because we've got the Star, Justice, and the King of Winter coming in for you. Let's pull some clarifiers. Let's get a clarifier on the Star, please. Yeah, the Ace of Cups again. So we got the Ace of Cups up there, and now we've got the Ace of Cups coming in here for you here in your Ascension. So something new is coming in for you, and this is really great, because either way, either this is a new relationship, or this is just you understanding the Holy Grail that you are, and, you know, that is within you, and feeling at one with just yourself and the universe and nature. It's really nice. Let's get another clarifier on that Star. The Ace of Wands and the Stars. Ugh. And the Ace of Swords. Look at all these aces coming out for you with the Stars. So the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, clarifying that Star card for you. It's just brilliant. So you're gaining clarity. You're really understanding yourself, your emotions, your situation that you were in, and you're just finding yourself in a real secure place, which is great. Get some clarifiers on Justice. Get a clarifier on Justice, please. The Nine of Swords. A lot of sleepless nights. Get another clarifier on Justice, please. And, oh, look at the nines. And the Nine of Coins. So, get one more clarifier on Justice. Might not want to give it to us. Yeah, let's see. And the Six of Wands. Okay, so, you know, you've been struggling. You're wondering, did you do the right thing? You're feeling bad about yourself. You're feeling like You know, you're maybe like running over the situation that you were in over and over and over and over again, but you've got, you know, that's where you're at with justice and wondering, did you do the right thing? Didn't you do the right thing? What if you said this? What if you said that? But rest assured that whatever actions you took were the right actions. And if you felt compelled to say something, that was what you needed to say at the time. Don't go back. Don't apologize for what you said. You own your truth. And this is you, Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords. This is you being strong, independent, setting boundaries, sticking up for yourself, and moving forward with confidence. And other people see that in you, and they appreciate it as well. Okay, that leads into the King of Winter. Let's get some clarifiers for the King of Winter, which is King of Swords energy. And again, look at that. The High Priestess and the Star. We got the Star again. So trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and use your smarts to move yourself forward. Okay, now this is in your ascension. This is in your soul spirit line. So this is important for you. This is an important life lesson for you to learn right now. You need to trust your instincts. You need to set boundaries and do what is right for you. And not be afraid to speak up, right? So we got all this sword energy. Oftentimes you may be too much in your head, and it's okay to vocalize what you need to vocalize. You just need to temper it a little bit and make sure that you, when you do speak, that you speak from a place of wisdom and trying to keep the long view in mind, where you're not just reacting, right? Because that's not what you want to do. You don't want to just react. Let's get one more clarifier on the King of Winter. Yeah, the Fool. You have a whole new journey ahead of yourself coming. You're coming into something brand new. It's fantastic. This new High Priestess, the Star, and the Fool. You got three majors clarifying this King of Winter energy. It's King of Swords energy that you're coming into. So something, you know, a whole new way of being, of acting in the public sphere is coming to you. This is really positive. It's really, really nice. So even though you've been down in the dumps, know that you're coming out of this. You have a lot to look forward to. Let's get some. Let's get an advice card. I forgot to pull it. Whoops. Let me get that card from the ground. Got cards flying all over the place. Okay. Interesting that was Lust, which is the Strength card in this deck. Okay, let's get, which is, you know, what we have right here. So let's get your advice for career. What is advice for Leo? What advice does Spirit have for Leo for career? 8 of Discs. Okay. I think I said it before. It's just time for you to just put the work in, right? You're going to be successful at whatever it is that you're working at. Your job is going to pay dividends. It's going to work out for you, but you need to put the work in right now. That's where your focus should be. So teamwork. Let's see if we can get another advice card. Yeah, the Hierophant. So this now is not the time to buck the system at work. Now is the time to just put the energy and the sweat and labor into what it is that you're doing. Don't try to overthrow the system. There'll be time for that later. Right now, just do what is expected. Follow the rules and work, and you'll be good. It's time to just put that work in right now. Over the next couple weeks, you're just going to have to, you know, put your nose to the grindstone. Is that even a saying? I don't know. You're just going to have to put the work in. Okay. Let's get your advice for soul and spirit. What advice do we have for Leo, please? Spirit, what advice do you have for Leo in terms of their ascension, personal development? The Hangman. Let's see if we get another card. What advice do you have for Leo in terms of their personal development and ascension. And the Lust card. Okay, so this is really a time for you to look within. Slow down a little bit. Try to see things from a new perspective. Try to turn that negative thinking around. Know that you're where you are because you're meant to be there. Experiences that you have lived up until this point were there for a reason. They make you who you are, and they make you stronger. And you've got this whole new zest for life coming in. This Lust card is also a card that tells you that it's really time for you to embrace who you are and to let your inner light shine. You are magnificent. You don't have to be afraid of what other people think of you. It's time to just really be who you are. Let that shine through, and do so without fear. Take that leap of faith that the Fool is telling us to take right here, because it's time for you to just really just be comfortable in your skin. Be who you are. Follow your instincts. Trust that your instincts are taking you to the right place, spiritually. Because you're on the right path. Let's pull a Moonology Oracle card. Just give us one overall advice for the next week or two. And I say the next week or two because, I'm pulling 2 weeks, but this could, you could be in this energy now, you could be in this energy next week, you could have already gone through most of this energy. It just depends on where you are when you watch this video. Okay, what advice does Spirit have? What's the overall advice for the next couple weeks? Overall thing to remember for Leo, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. And Leo, you show up in your own reading. Don't let pride get in your own way, Leo. Very interesting. Full moon in Leo. That's the Moonology card that we pulled for you. So I think this is talking about work again. This is where we talked about earlier, not needing to. You don't always have to be right, Leo. It's okay to be wrong sometimes, or even to know that you're right, but not to push the matter, right? You don't have to push it. You can know that you're right, and you can let other people think that they're right, and you can just keep moving along, because this is, especially with Leo and all this sun energy and the lovers that we had in the Two of Wands energy in your career, I think this is really where your focus is right now. You need to really be aware of working within a team and smoothing things out for the team. So that sometimes means that your personal desires take, I don't want to say a back seat, but they're tempered a little bit, right? So I think it's really important, though, that you create this balance, that you understand that you are, we're talking about two different realms in your life. I'm getting this really strongly right now. So while you can temper your desire or your need to lead and to lead the group, to lead your work group, you can temper that in a work situation. It's important for you to stand firm in your beliefs in your personal life. So these are two very separate things. You may be very comfortable in the work situation, manipulating things to get what you want, but I'm feeling that in your personal life, you don't set boundaries. You don't set enough boundaries. And so that's where you're going to need to balance that, those tendencies right now, for you, because we had that relationship situation. I'm really feeling like in that relationship situation, your needs weren't being met. And they will be soon, though, because we do have that Ace of Cups coming in, and that Ace of Cups is trusting that you can make the right decisions and you can do the right thing, and that by following your instincts and doing what you know is good for you, that you will be successful in all realms: personal, family, love, life. And as we know, when one thing works, the other thing works as well. So when you have success in career and love, then success in love comes too, right? These things kind of seem to go together when you tell the universe that you're moving forward in this way. So that's it. That's my spread for you, Leo. I hope that you got something out of it. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. I am going to try to do more of these spreads. I just want to try to build, build my intuition in a group setting. So doing these like spreads for like all Leos, it's not going to resonate with everybody. And I feel like sometimes it's just targeting like one specific person who may be watching this, and there aren't that many people watching these videos anyway, so maybe that's a good thing. But I'm just trying to hone that ability right now to do more of collective readings. So if you did find something that resonated with you, I would love to hear it. And okay, I hope this was helpful. Get you next time. Bye.